Use them once here so that your palms are facing out like this, not the ones that so your palms are facing in. Palms are facing out. Use the ones palm facing out in here, and then he's just gonna make sure his back and his head's against here the whole time. Butt stays in the seat too. Well, feet on the ground. Those are all important things, and he's gonna push out as far as he can go. Go ahead. We gotta come back so the bars here are even, if not past where your chest is, and that's what adjusting that thing at the top there does for you. So you need to check when you sit down, but that's not going to be like that. That was on 5 before. So make sure you breathe. Come all the way out. Make sure you breathe. Yep. Bar back. Put it in there. Yep. Maybe a little bit wider. You can go. Just a little bit wider, not too wide. So you're gonna grab it right there with a bar bend. Sit down with it. Legs underneath here, just like that. Lean back just a little bit so you let the bar be able to touch to your chest. Okay, go ahead. Just bring the bar all the way down until it comes. The arms come all the way straight up. So you should be kind of reaching for it when you bring it up, in control the whole time, right? Not letting it come up real fast, not bringing it down real fast. He's got good control. That means he's probably picked a good weight for himself too as well, based on that, because of that. Again, all the way down to your chest and their arms straight up. So you at right now. Okay, next person up. You can stop. Big guy shoulder press here. Again, adjustment on the seat if you need to, because these bars should be even with where your shoulders are. And people are going to probably adjust it, and you're going to need to make sure you adjust it. And you're using the grip so that your palms are facing out here like this. Okay, we're using that one. And you're going to start down here. And you're just going to push it straight above your head so your arms are straight in the air. Then lower it so it's right at your ears, maybe a little bit below, and then back up again. So right below your ears, and then straight back up again. Again, back against here the whole time, butt on the seat, feet on the ground. That's the proper way to do it. Make sure you isolate your shoulder, because that's obviously what we're working. Okay, that's good. So push up here, hands should be about shoulder width apart, maybe a little bit outside of that shoulder width apart, back straight, legs straight all the way down like that, bending our arms to lower ourselves so our chin touches the ground, and then we're back up. All the way up, and down, all the way up. Make sure we do proper, and we're maxing out. So we're trying to do as many as we can to figure out where we're going to be with 2 sets. Obviously, some of you might do more your first set than your second set. You should figure out how many you do together for your first. You got this going still?
Yes, sir.
So you want to figure out first set, second set, how many you did in both of those, probably divide it in half, and that will tell you how many you should be doing for each set. That's the simplest way to figure out how many you're doing for each set. Okay, you guys are good? Go ahead. We want to try to find a row machine like this here, where you're seated down. Use an attachment like this that causes you to keep your hands close together, because we want to use a closer grip on this in here. Okay, so now you're going to pick this up. He's going to move his legs straight, all the way straight. Here, his arms are out like that, so he's stretching forward a little bit. He can actually lean forward a little bit too if you want, like that. And then you're going to come back and then pull this to your chest. There you go. Keep your arms close in at your side. Come forward and make sure your arms are stretching forward as you're doing this exercise. And then you can come back a little bit here and then bring this bar here to the top of your chest. Okay, so we're doing squats off the Smith machine here.
I'm gonna come around that side.
Should be able to have it on a setting here where you actually have to kind of duck underneath of it and your legs are not straight. That's gonna make it easier. You're gonna take it off the bar like this, feet shoulder width apart, maybe slightly more than shoulder width apart. And the movement is like you're sitting down if you had a chair behind you, so you push your butt out so that your legs come all the way down parallel with the ground. Yes? In line with that. That's how far you come down in there. You notice he's not turning his knees out or in or his feet out or in. They're straight ahead. Both feet are straight ahead the whole time in there as he's coming down. You don't want to turn your knees out. There's more stress on your knees as well. Okay. Very good. Okay, so leg extension next. Make sure you have a seat position here because there'll be an adjustment for you guys to figure out where you should be sitting. Knees should be in line right with where your knee is. The joint of your knee should be lined up. And this should be far enough down that it's right there where your foot bends. Okay? That's your starting position. Toes up in the air, whole time, and then just coming up as far as you can, squeeze it out. Make sure your toes are pointed up. There you go. Pull at the top, nice and slow again. Movement. All right. All it is one set. One set of the
Yeah, we're good.
So seated leg curl, you might have a leg curl where you're laying down on the bench and the pads are behind you and you're doing a leg curl, but this is the one we have in our fitness center for seated leg curl. So you're gonna make sure that in your seat adjustment that your heels are on the main part of this pad here. The heels should be, and then this adjustment is to make sure your legs stay in place. They don't come up so that then you don't shift where you're trying to work. You isolate your hamstrings in here and then just gonna keep his back against here. Just like for the leg extension, you should keep your back and your butt in the seat like you were here, back and butt in the seat, and just bring it back as far as you can. Make sure your legs go all the way straight up like this, and then you go back. Again, control of it. 10 to 12 repetitions. 10 to 12 repetitions to failure. So for us today, we're in here trying to figure out, do we need to increase our weights to get to 10 to 12? Where are we at as far as that goes? And then we'll increase just like that from there in most cases. After we got it down. This is a calf raise off the leg press machine. So you're going to want this seat back as far as you can go, really, because you're going to end up with your legs straight on here, because you're going to do a calf raise off of it. You're going to have just the balls of your feet on the pads. And here you're going to push back so your legs are straight. And then all you're going to do is drop your heels down so the balls of your feet come up off a little bit off the pad. And then you're going to push up on there so you're on your tippy toes. Yep. Drop those heels down far and then push up. Feel that pull weight in the back of your calf coming up. So quarter per second. Okay, so Partner sit-up, if you're by yourself, you can use a wall to bounce the ball off of and do this. But if you have a partner to do this with, the one person starts with the ball over his head on the ground, knees in the air, butt on the ground, right? Comes up, keeps the medicine ball over his head the whole time. The player catches it. Hold on for a second. This person here that just threw the ball is doing a regular sit-up, and full sit-up at this point, and he'll come up as this person comes up, and he'll throw the ball over the head. What we're going from throwing the ball over the head, take the ball back down, and the opposite person is just doing a got it.
Yeah, it's on.
This one here we go for 20 because the calf is a different kind of muscle. We're looking for a little bit more of an endurance out of this, not for bulkiness, especially for soccer players have more of that. So that's the one change. Everything else in our upper and lower body is 10 to 12, but for this one here, it's 20.
I think they're coming your way.